All right, good morning, everyone. How are we feeling today?
Great.
No, come on with that greatness stuff. How are you feeling this morning?
Amazing.
There's one person feeling amazing. You guys suck. Listen, real quick, we're going to make this real short and sweet. Example, right? Customer walks into the showroom looking for Troy. What is that an indication of?
Buyback.
They're an appointment, right? They're either here for a buyback, they're here to lower their interest rate, or for information on a new car. We got to be a little more excited and enthusiastic about that, you know? And I wanted to talk about, who saw the movie Men of Honors? Men of Honor. Come on. Cuba Gooding Jr. and Robert De Niro?
No.
Okay? So Cuba Gooding Jr., his name was Cookie in the movie, right? So my topic today is, what would Cookie do? So there's a scene in the movie where one of the tasks they have to do, what they have to complete in order to become a diver, is they have to go down, right, underwater with a bag and build something, right? So they're against black people being in the Navy, right? Or if they're in the Navy, they need to be a cook or they need to clean, right? They can't be a diver.
Colored people, not only
Colored people in general, right? So Cookie wants to be a diver so bad, but they don't want him to be. So they cut his bag and send his stuff down to him empty, right? And all the stuff got spread out along the bottom of the ocean, right? So he had screws and bolts, and all of his tools are all spread out. So now he goes down and he sees this empty bag coming down. And what does he have to do now? He's now got to go and pick up all the pieces. He's got to find all the nuts and bolts. He's got to find all of the gaskets. He's got to find everything that he needs to build this device that he has to build on the water. What do you think Cookie did?
Went down and built it.
He went down and picked up all the pieces and figured it out because he was determined.
Took 7 hours.
Yeah, till nighttime.
And everyone else had this perfect bag that went down, right? Everything was in there. They got to take out their stuff and build it. And their job was a lot easier. But life isn't always that easy, right? So what would Cookie do? And I want you to think about that. When these customers walk through the door and they're not a perfect deal, you got to be like Cookie and pick up all the little pieces. You know, you're going to get some people that come in and they say, oh, they told me not to make my monthly payment. Oh, you know, well, what's going on? Well, you know what's going on, sir? Is we don't want you to make that extra payment because we can get you into a new car right now and save you 45 days worth of payments. Or I got called over here for a buyback. The reason you got called over for a buyback is you see that building across the street? That 3-story building is going to house 150 pre-owned vehicles that we need to stock up for. So we got to be excited and enthusiastic. We had an idiot running around the showroom for the past 6 days saying, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything. You all know who I'm talking about, right? And then we get a real person involved and we sell the people a car. And it's all mindset, right? You can walk around being pissed off because you don't have the perfect opportunity, or you can get out there, grind out, pick up all the pieces, and create that opportunity. You guys agree with that? 100%, right? You have to agree with it because life's not perfect. So the next customer that walks through that door and mentions the name Troy or Chris, know that it's an opportunity. Hey, great, Troy told me you were walking down. Let me just get a little information from you and we'll proceed with what we need to do for you. How's that sound? Instead of sitting there and interrogating, oh, what are you here for? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, this is not perfect. Life's not perfect, guys. What would Cookie do? Dexter, you see the movie Men of Honor?
Yeah.
Amazing movie, right?
Great movie.
Right?
Ended up turning a master diver.
He turned into a master diver, but then he got hurt.
One leg.
Right? Leg. Lost his leg. But he was determined. There was nothing you could do to break this person's spirit. There was nothing you could do to not get him to accomplish whatever he wanted to accomplish. Because he was determined. So if you're going to sell cars and provide your product and your service in exchange for money, you have to be willing to do whatever it takes. That means you got to dig through some stuff, right? That means you got to become an actor. And you have to become whoever they were sent to see. That's who you have to be. Hop up. You want to say something? Come on. You want to come say? Come speak. Tell them what you need. Right? That's what you guys have to become. So I need a solid commitment from everybody here that we're going to do whatever it takes to pick up all the pieces and develop whatever we want to develop in this dealership. Can I have that? Raise your hand. Phil, you're out? Phil's watching people in the street, watch a bird drive by, right? What did you just see? A cop? He's being a cop. But that's what we have to do, guys. So people are going to come in and ask what? Troy. They're going to ask for Troy. They're going to ask for what else? Chris. We're going to say, hey, Chris, Troy told me you were coming down. Great, follow me. Let me get your information up in the system and see exactly what we need to do for you. We talked about that part too.
Also, Ernest at corporate.
Ernest at corporate, right? So you hear Ernest at corporate, you hear I spoke to Morgan, you hear Troy, you hear Chris, you hear any of those things. Great. Let's start picking up the pieces. Follow me. Find out what they're here for. If it's buyback, you got to have the excitement. You know, when you think about Revo, right? Revo drives traffic. Why? Because there's the dollar amounts that are put on these sheets, which have been pretty close, by the way, right? These dollar amounts are like, wow, I can get that for my car? Yes. Let me explain to you why. You see that 3-story building over there? It's going to house 150 cars. You got to go through this process. I'm not saying this to tell you something you don't know. You see that 3-story building across the street? It's going to house 150 cars. We need to fill it. That's why you're here. So let me have your car looked at. Let's see what that car's worth. And by the way, what can I show you? And walk them over to a car. It's really simple. We complicate it. So think about what Cookie would do. Anything you guys want to touch? Anything? You don't know Cookie? That's Cuba Goody's name in the movie, Men of Honor. What would Cookie do? Think about that, right? When you're feeling not so great, what would Cookie do? Cookie would not stop. Anything?
More money on the trade. Oh yeah, black.
All right, let's have a great day. Come on, let's go.
Everybody, a little pen with a little phone top.